everybody. Hello, hello. I hope we are all doing well. I know I am. Oh, and that's my camera. Flying off in all sorts of different directions there. Isn't she naughty? How are we doing? Oh, there we go. Let's just pop back on there. There we go. And we're all good. Hello, Tibby. It's nice to see you. Hello, Mr. Phil. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good evening, good evening. Hello, Ords. I'm very well, thank you. Oh, whose cute face is that? I don't know whose cute face it is. It's certainly not mine, that's for sure. So, tonight we're going to be making this lovely little card, and I want to say that it's kind of like a theatre stepper card. It's a lovely little thing. I really do like it. What I was thinking of doing though is instead of having the ice creams. Oh, hello, Gavin. Welcome on in. I hope you are doing well. So what I was thinking of doing with this is actually removing the ice creams and putting some milkshakes there, because I think they would go a little bit better with the theme of the card than the ice creams. But we do have those two little standy uppy ice creams in the middle there, so we're gonna just kind of I don't know, we'll just press on with it and see how far we get and what we can get done. I'm sure it's going to be loads of. It's going to be a good. It is a good make. I can't say it's not. I've had a lot of fun putting this together, and it's literally this die set. I bought it from a less than reputable website, as I usually do sometimes. So I'm just going to pull out the dies that I need. Now on this one, I'm going to use this to line up my central panel, because this is the die for the central panel. Once I pull it out of the packet, that's the die for the central panel. That will make the fold back happen. So it all gets cut out of the card. So if I take that down, you can see there how that's cut. So it pulls itself down and goes like so, and tabs like so. So it's a lovely little card to try and make. So I'm just going to pop that back up there. Hello, Caroline. Welcome on in, my lovely. I hope you are doing well. How are you? I'm just going to line that up. And if I remember correctly, that goes up that way because how it cuts and goes into the other side. So I'm just going to put a piece of tape on there. I'm going to come in with my pokey tool because it's going to help me remove that piece without disturbing it all. So that should all be perfectly lined up. We shouldn't have any problems. That will cut and it will be absolutely fine. What I'm going to do before we run it through the die cutting machine though is I'm just going to cut this down. Let's move that out of the way because we don't want that in the way, do we? Oh, let me just... There we go. I'm just going to cut that down to a little bit closer because of the die cutting machine. So, there we go. And don't worry, that will get used. It's not going to get It's not going to get left behind, is what I should say. It's not going to get left behind by any stretch. So I'm just going to bring in my cutting sandwich. And let's just make sure that that's centrally placed. Come on. Uh-oh. That did not go well. There we go. And just to make sure that it's cut properly. just being a little bit of a booger. Hello Rhonda, welcome on in my lovely. I hope you are well this evening. And there we go, it's cut nicely. Wow. There we go. That just needs a little bit of encouragement. And because I was a little bit heavy-handed with taking that off, there's just a little bit that just needs to be trimmed up, but that's not a problem. There we go. And there we have our initial card blank that we just cut from our lovely die cuts. Oh, I'm just going to have a quick sip of my drink. There we are. I'm just going to pop my die cutting plates back over there. And I'm just going to encourage this to fold into the form that it's needing to be. There we go. I will just fold and burnish all the creases. So let's bend that down. There we are. I'm just going to burnish those out. It's so nice to see the... Oh, thank you for saying so. I really do appreciate that. That's kind of what I like to deliver here, is showing everybody the creative process. I mean, everybody, I think that's a big piece of the feedback that I've actually had, is that people enjoy seeing the whole creative process, including the bits where I muck up. That's people's favourite part, is when I muck up. I do have to say. Caroline, this card we're going to be making with the Stampin Up Share A Milkshake set. So I'm just cutting the card blank at the moment, but this is the finished card that we will be creating. Except I'm not going to do the ice creams on this one. I'm going to do some milkshakes on the side of it. I think that they'll sit a little bit better. But we've literally just cut our card blank. And that is the card blank without anything on it. So it's a nice little... Oh, hello Anne, welcome on in. You're not really late. I've literally only been live about 10 minutes, so you've not really missed anything. You're absolutely fine. You're fashionably late. Glad I found... Oh, well, thank you so much for finding me. And welcome on in. It's lovely to have a new face. As everyone that has been around for a while will tell you, it can get quite fun up in here sometimes, depending on what's going on of the evening, of the live. So it's good to have someone hanging, a new face being here, and we'll see how everything goes for this one. Right, so let's start putting down the bits I'm going to need for my mats and layers. Oh, and Gavin's a first time viewer as well. Oh, and Aaron's here. Welcome on in, Mr. Aaron. There we go. I'm just going to cut these bits that I'm going to need out. So all I'm getting is the larger dies from the mats and layers in here. Just so. I have not seen the frame die before. What set is that, please? It's a die that I bought off of Temu. As far as I'm aware, it's a generic die. Well, it's still available on there. I've seen it, so you should still be able to get a hold of it if you want it. But it's a lovely little die set, and I really do enjoy making it. I could tell you, the first time I did it, I was confused as anything trying to cut it. I was sat here last night just going, how the heck does this happen? How do I get this to do this and go together? And then as soon as I put it out the way that I showed you a few minutes ago, it just kind of all clicked, and I was like, oh, brilliant. That's how that works. And I think the die was only somewhere along the lines of about £3 or £4 for the whole thing. It's not the most expensive thing I've ever bought, which is quite nice. Hope all is well. Everything is fine as far as I'm aware. Thank you. Let's just... It looks good. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, obviously, you get what you pay for, is all I'm going to say, when it comes to dies like this. You do get what you pay for. I'm just going to line those up and take those down. And there we are. Those are the best parts. They are. They really are. Right, I'm just... Yeah, that's not going to go anywhere, is it? Right, let's just bring back in the Sandy Witch and get this through the machine. Will you put the link? Yes, I can find out the link and put it on when I'm done on the live. That's not a problem. I'll put it in the description box below. As soon as I've found it. I'm just putting my sandwich together to go through my machine. And we're going to send that on through. If it will ever take. I've had no problems using this all day until it comes to doing a live. And then it's like, nope. I'm not at liberty to answer that question, Caroline, for I think it will incriminate me. So I'm not saying a word. There we go. Typical craft gadgets indeed. There we are. And that should have cut perfectly. Now I do like to save these little bits of tapes because they come in handy, because sometimes when you put these through these machines... Oh no, you had to go say it, didn't you? When you put them through the machine, sometimes they... oh, sorry, the sticky bits I was talking about, wasn't I? The sticky paper. The tack goes down, but they're still sticky, which is what you need. It turns into high tack tape sometimes when you put it through these machines. So... Nice to see a Marvel fan. Nice poster. Oh, thank you very much. Yes. Oh, that one slipped. I'm going to have to try and recut that. Don't you just hate it when that happens? It doesn't help that this cardstock is so thick. Because it's hunky-dory cardstock. It's 320 GSM. So it's really, really chunky cardstock, and it's Really giving it some clout. I think I'm going to have to recut those bits because it's just not wanting to... It's just not wanting to detach. And I daren't go too ham-handed on it because it will... Gaz, next you'll be getting sticky back plastic and double-sided tape. I did one earlier, Blue Peter style. Well, yeah. I probably ought to get some of that stuff in. It'll be fun. Is the new printer working? It is. I'm just waiting. As far as I'm aware, it is. Anyway, the test print I managed to get was absolutely fine. But the ink cartridges have run out, so I'm just waiting for some that I've ordered to come in, and then as soon as they've come in, I will know exactly how well it's working or not. And now all we have to do is just pop that out. You can make the Tracy Island. Oh God, no! I'm not making Tracy Island. That is a very old episode of Blue Peter. For guys in America, Blue Peter's kind of like a kids magazine TV show. It's been big in this country since the 60s, I want to say. If it's not the 60s, it's going to at least be the 70s. This all cut perfectly earlier on when I was doing the sample, and now it's all playing up for me. It's because it knows I'm live. So it's like, oh, he's live, we best play it for him. I just don't know how I'm going to deal with this, because this has just gone crazy. If I cut it there, and if I put that bit down at the bottom, then nobody's going to see that. It's all about how you can make it work. If it was visible, I would have put a butterfly on it. There we go. So that's all my mats. And this is the bit where I get to play with my new toy. I don't know if some of you have actually seen it or not, but this was very kindly sent to me by Not Afraid of Colour. It is a really brilliant thing. I've been using it all day and it is fabulous. I absolutely adore it. It is the best. And I've barely used any of the glue that's in there at all, being honest. So it is absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put these mats and layers on the inside first. And you don't have to put any pressure on it at all. And that glue's just coming out. It's fripping brilliant. I absolutely love it so much. It is brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right, there we go. And I'm just going to adjust that. I tell you what, I didn't know until this morning the manual Big Shot cuts fabric. Yes, it does. It does with the big styes. Another new toy with the... No, there's no new die cutting machine. It's one I've had for ages. No such thing as a new die cutting machine. Absolutely no, not at all. No new die cutting machine. I could tell you, and it is really brilliant because I've barely had to put any pressure on it at all. Yes, Gavin, it is the My Sweet Petunia glue press. I have the little stand just here for it. And you could just pop it in there like that and it sits. In fact, I'm probably going to just leave it like that for the rest of the live. It is a lovely little thing. And I've wanted one for a while, but they're literally sold out everywhere. And it was only because I mentioned to Tracy from Not Afraid of Colour that she was like, well, I don't really like mine. If you want it, you're more than welcome to it. Just pay for shipping. There is no new die cutting machine, Aaron. You just pay for shipping and I'll send it to you. So I paid for the shipping and she sent it to me. It's as brilliant as that. Right, I'm just going to neaten up these little bits that quite haven't come off in the cut process. I hear it's important to put the bottle, to put the glue bottle in that was the opposite side is harder, and then you have to press hard. Okay, well, let's see if I can... Oh! Oh, that makes more sense, because that's actually stuck in there now. Thank you for telling me. You can load any... it has to be that Nouveau bottle, but once that glue runs out, there's nothing stopping you from refilling that bottle with a different glue. And in fact, when you buy it, it actually does come with an empty bottle, so that you can refill it. You can fill that empty bottle with whatever glue that you like. Sorry, everyone, on the phone with my mum who lives in Knoxville and needed to warn her about this. Oh, bless her. Oh, bless her. I hope she's okay, Rhonda. And I hope she stays safe. Bless her heart. And again, with this one, I'm just going to stick it somewhere we're not going to see it. Because when you actually stand your card up, you won't see the little bit that's down in the bottom there. So when we actually do that, let's just quickly pop that together properly. Unless you go looking down there, you're not going to see the little bit that was a bit mucked up. So it's worked out perfectly fine. Let's get that to slip into there, and there we have our basic card ready to go. I'm thinking with my arthritis this might be a game changer. Caroline, I cannot say enough how much I love this glue gun. Like, seriously, I hope Tonic just bring it out as standard, because the distinct lack of pressure you have to put on that is just absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, now that we're done with that, I'm going to bring in... I'm just using a bit of scrappy card, because I'm going through one of those. I need to... do some stamping. I don't know what is wrong with me today. I'm not, apparently I'm not quite all there. What did I do with that? Where did that go? Oh, it's there. I was wondering why I didn't have the central part on the front. It was because I put it to the side and I didn't stick it on. No, I am not all... I'm not ever there. I think I'm going through one of those, you know, I wouldn't say a midlife crisis, because I had one of those when I was 18. But I'm going through some form of crisis, I think, because my brain's just, like, it's ran away. It's completely ran away with everything. So, here we go. Now we're actually finished putting the card blank together, because we have the front. There we go. Blame the male menopause. I don't know, actually. I mean, is that actually a thing, Caroline? They are currently out of stock well, I think they're currently out of stock everywhere, Ords. This is why when Tracy said she'd send me one, that I very graciously accepted her offer, because trying to find one is like, well, I don't know, it's just like, it's not happening. I tried to find one for myself, and every shop I went to was just sold out. The compliments of... No, it's not anybody's fault, but I don't know really. I'm not very good at taking compliments. Not at all. There we go. Now we actually have our card blank ready to go. Now that I've finished that. Right, let's just pop that up to the side just there. I'm going to have a quick sip of my drink. And then we will carry on with some stamping. So, here is the actual stamp set that I'm going to be using this evening. And it also comes with the coordinating dies. So, I don't know actually if I've got something I can pop behind it so you guys can see it a bit, so you guys can see the stamps a bit clearly. So we're going to be using the ice cream, the milkshake ones that will build up for the milkshake, and the ice cream ones as well. Thank you very much for the compliment on the colour combo. It's a good one. It's a good one. I like it. So I'm just going to bring in my stamp wheel. If you cannot take compliments, can I insult you? Yeah, I guess. Everyone else, well, most people usually do, I guess. I don't know. If you want to insult me, you're welcome to. I don't mind. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these, because these scraps are going to come in handy. I'm just going to... This was actually a scrap from my life from the other night. So there we go. I'm going to use these scraps to make my milkshakes on. Okay, you're an attitude-laden tart with a heart. That's very true. I think I am a tart with a heart. Oh, and I love you. I love you too. Thank you so much. You are so lovely. Right, so we have our stamp. I'm going to bring in a few colours because I want to give it a little bit of a layered look. So I'm going to bring in my tumbled glass and my... Which one did I use earlier on? We'll go with Mermaid Lagoon. And we're just going to build up the stamps. So I'm going to start with the lightest colour first. And then we'll do the highlights in the darkest colour. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that, Anne. Oh, thank you. It's lovely to have another person in the madhouse. Because it does get pretty mad in here sometimes. Especially when I'm a little bit hyped up. It happens every now and then. There we go. I've been very silly and I didn't prime my stamp, so it is going to take a few times for me just to get this done. Because this is a brand new stamp and I should have primed it and I didn't because I'm a naughty boy. Alright, let's see if we could just make sure we get some of that on the middle there. My stamping wheel, this is the Ultra New stamp wheel. It's my mat of choice because it actually holds the card down for me, and also you can use it for stenciling as well. This is a sticky mat in here. It is absolutely brilliant. It's one of the best things I've bought. I use it a lot more than I do my Tim Holtz stamping platform at the moment because it does a few more things, but when there are specific things that I do use my Tim Holtz one for as well when they come up. Oh well, I'm so glad that you decided to stop on by, because it really does make my day. It really does. Oh, sugar plums. And the other great thing as well is that until you press it down, that stamp isn't touching anything. So even though I made the slippy mistake there, there's not been any issue with my stamping. So all I'm going to do is... Oh no, that's out of the way. So can we get it to do it that way? No. I'll just line it back up on that side. And also, I can stamp out multiple things quickly. So instead of just doing the one, no, I've done it again. I did this earlier on. I put the wrong colour down. But it's not a problem because I've got my other side of the card. I did it earlier on. I was like, why is that darker than the first one I did? Didn't realise I picked up the darker ink, which is meant to be for the next part. I'm such a divvy-dora sometimes. Good for 2 sides of paper, exactly. It's fabulous that it's got 2 sides of paper. Absolutely. There we go. I will get there, guys. I think it's just being one of those days, you know. And let's do it one last time. That should fill in all the rest of it. Really, I could have just let the little bit of white come through because then it looks more like a glass than not. But I think I'm quite happy with that. That's going to be absolutely fine. So let's just give that a little spray. And what have I done with my cleanie cloth? I don't know, so I'll just grab one from underneath the desk. I've got a little pot full of cleanie cloths so that I don't get mixed up. Right, there we go. Or I'm not without a cleanie cloth. We all have days like that as what makes us like you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm just going to line that stamp up. And it's just so easy with this. And I'm going to bring in that darker colour. And we're going to see just exactly what it does. And we can see it gives it that highlight. The card is, well, I wouldn't say it's my own design. The stamps are from Stampin Up. I wish I did make my own stamps. I mean, how cool would that be? I would love that. True crafter as you show the mistakes. Yes, well I do. I do love that as well. That's come out really well. Let me see if I could just lift that up because I really do like how that's coming out. It's very good. He says as he's whipping around trying to clean everything up. Right, let's clean that off because I made that mistake earlier on as well. I thought I'd completely cleaned off the stamp and then I put it down and this tiny little like faded background came through, like faded little bit of stamp out. And it just looked absolutely terrible on the card and I was like, oh no, gosh darn it. Let me just make sure that that is properly lined up because I do not want to go making a pig's ear of this. There we go. Not seeing as I've got so far. That actually looks quite nice. It is actually looking quite good. The dark blue one looks like a Wedgwood vase. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Maybe I should have gone for a slightly lighter blue. It might have given a slightly different effect for the top layer. But that's the great thing about Tim Holtz Distress Inks as well, is that you can layer with them. And that's in anything that you do, not just necessarily stamping. You can make inky backgrounds with them too that are pretty cool. I normally do make inky, messy backgrounds. Let's just make sure I've got enough ink on there. And we will just press that down. And there we go. I should put those back where I got them from. So Mermaid Lagoon come from there. Tumbled Glass came from there. Plus they dry back and smooth out. Yes, they do. Right, let's wipe clean that. I'm just hoping now I've got enough room to put the like the milkshake froth up on the top there. And I'm just going to bring in my picked raspberry for that one. So let's take that off and pop that back where it came from. Or actually, I could stamp them separately and die cut. I think that's going to be a better idea, and then build them up so they look a little bit more 3D. I think that's a better idea. So if I just put my stamp wheel to the side for now, I will stamp and cut those in just a moment. So there we go. Unfortunately, as I only have one die, I can only cut one at a time. It does seem a bit pointless putting a tiny little die through a massive cutting machine. That isn't new at all. It's not new. Oh, come on, you naughty little plate. I don't know why this sandwich doesn't want to go through them. Oh, of course you want to go through on that angle, don't you? My plates are being a right nightmare to me today. I think it might be time to get some new ones. Well, it's not new because have you seen the state of the plates? There we go. That's the... Wow, that's really ruined that, hasn't it? Oh. That's annoying. That is really annoying. I mean, I suppose it'd be okay. You've been playing too much. Oh, have I? There's a machine giveaway. The Sizzix logo's on the plate. Well, yes. Hi, Pam. Welcome on in, lovely. How are you doing? I hope you are well, sweetie. It's lovely to see you. I cannot believe I'm struggling so much with this machine when it's been going so well. There we go. To be fair, I have actually had Sizzix machines for a while. Just finished my stationary bike ride. She's been on the Peloton. I think that's what they call it, isn't it? Is it Peloton? You know what, I don't really like those. I think I might restamp them and recut them because that card is just absolutely plech. This is what I get for trying to use up my scraps, people. I pick out the not so good stuff. Don't really want to use that either. That just would be something I'd like to use as a mat and a layer. Oh, I've got plenty of watercolour cardstock, but that would just look silly. Let's get a sheet of Nina Na Na Na. Out. Come on. I'm not very good at this. That will do. It looks great. Stop being so harsh on yourself. So hard on myself. Well, yeah. It's alright. I expect the best from myself. That's my problem. I'm a bit like that. Right. I think I will be happy in restamping these. So pop that off to the side. Let's get that back in here. Chop that. Oh, hello, Sylv. Did you put... Oh, hello, Sylv. I hope you are well, my darling. It's lovely to have you here, as always. Right. And I think I'm going to actually give this one a good going over with the clear embosser first, and hopefully we shall have a better there we go. See, look, one stamp on that one and we got near enough the whole thing. There we are. And it's actually really quick just to restamp as well, so I'm not really having much of an issue. So if I put that down there, let's pull that out, line it up, and we can get back to exactly where we were pretty quickly, actually. So for the first go on that one, I'm just going to use my sticky watermark. There we go. And I'm going to give that one another go over with the lighter blue. And I think actually I'm going to go for broken china this time on that one. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. That looks so much better. Right, let's give that a little spray off. And a wipe because we're done with that one. And this should be a lesson to everybody. Remember to prime your stamps. And there we go. That should be about right. And I'm just going to come back in with that broken china again. Give it a good inking. There we are. And it didn't actually take us that long to get back to where we started off. Broken china. I'm going to give that another quick going over. There we are. All your reading interpretation is colourful today. Yes, I believe Ords, as the kids would say, read me for filth. Oh. Right. Let's just quickly clean that off and put those back. Now we're back to where we should be. There we go. And we've got both of our lovely little glasses again. And like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to stamp and build them up into something nice. Now, one thing I will say is if you do get yourself a nice die cutting machine, make sure you only use one plate for cutting and one plate for your backing, or otherwise you'll end up like me in a place where you can't get a decent background cut. But as you can see, these plates have been used like nobody's business. So they have not barely even warped. So Sizzix are good is all I'm going to say on that one. Sizzix are very, very good when it comes to their die cutting machines and their plates. Use the magic mat. Unfortunately, Anne, I'm in the UK and we can't get magic mats here, or otherwise I would be having magic mats. Come on. Is there something like that's just blocking this from going through straight? Well, can we send you one? Oh my gosh, I mean, you've only been here 2 minutes. You haven't got to send me anything. I'm not... I mean, anything that helps me do a live is very gratefully received and very welcome, but she's got me flabbergasted, people. Don't know what to say. I'm not very good at... Thank you. There are a lot of people who like to digitally craft, but I don't know how that works because I've never tried digital crafting. I've only ever been a physical crafter, if that makes sense or doesn't make me sound like a right weirdo. Right, let's pop our die cutting sandwich back up there so it's out of the way. And then we've got our lovely little cups. And I'm thinking I might just come in with... Pardon me, because I don't like how that's gone so white around that one side edge. So I'm just going to... come in with a bit of my broken china. And I'm just going to paint over it just to bring it back to, just so that it's not so stark. I'm not aiming for full coverage, just to kind of take away the stark white edging there so they don't look so stand outy where we don't want them to. I don't mind, it does make a great difference. I just need a complete mailing address, maybe new, but I see you are in Cecilia Crafts are getting good supply. Oh, thank you so much, Anne. You are lovely. You're an absolute angel. I'm sure we can sort something out. In the description box is my email address, which is askme@handcraftedbygaz.co.uk. If you drop an email to there, and we can chat about it. Maybe I can pay you for it or something. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Broken china, mermaid lagoon. That's all in the right place. Good. I'm just gonna have a quick drink. There we go. And now I'm going to stamp out some of my frothy tops for my milkshakes. So we'll pop that there. Oh, thank you, Gavin. That's very kind of you to say. I'd like to say I'm all right in small doses. I will email you. No need to. Well, I do a fair amount of lives and tutorials, and I've got all sorts of educational videos as well where I've used the Tim Holtz ink pads, and I've shown techniques and all different kinds of things on what to do and how to use things. So yeah, I mean, I don't expect people to be giving me anything for doing it. I mean, it's just, I get the enjoyment of helping people and getting to show kind of like the things that I can do with the stuff, and that. When did I do that, Gaz? Had such a hellish day at work, I can't remember since I've got home. Oh, I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did, Ords. I've maybe forgotten myself. I don't know. Oh, hello, Jay. Thank you for being here, my friend. I hope you are well. How are you diddling? Happy midweek. I don't know if it's going to be a happy one for me tomorrow, but I do have to say it's not a bad one at the moment, my friend. It's not a bad one at all. Let's give that a little clean up. I'm going to get that out and die cut those. I am thinking that using the big die cutting machine is a little bit of an overkill for what I'm trying to do here, so I will get out the smaller one. But actually, maybe you guys can answer for me. Is that die cutting machine really loud, or is it quiet, or can you not hear it at all? I would like to know if there is any noise or a distinct lack thereof, because I was hoping for a distinct lack thereof. So, but please do tell me the truth, though, because I do need to know. Because it will be a part of whether I keep it or not. Oh, it's got a little pouch. Okay, I didn't know that. There we are. The noise is not too loud. It can be heard, but is not intrusive. Oh, that's brilliant. That's what I was hoping for at the very least, because my old machine could get quite loud. There we go. It's very quiet, unlike us lot. Well, you know, I don't say anything about yous lot, because you're all lovely and you're wonderful and fantastic, and I cannot thank you all enough for being here. Welcome on in, Simon. I hope you are well, my dears. I hope you are well indeed. I'm just going to go around, like I did on the bottles there, I'm just going to go around the outside with a little bit of the ink, just so that we can take off the bright white barrier, because I don't really like the bright white barrier. It's a little bit too much, but then I don't want it to be completely dark either, so it brings a nice medium. Where's my other one? And plus it disguises the fact that I may have been a little bit off kilter with my die cutting. Hello Alicia, welcome on in, my lovely. How are you doing? It's great to have you here. I hope you're doing well. And I'm glad that the die cutting machine isn't super duper loud, because that's the last thing that we want. I didn't realise that pouch was for the straw, so thank you for letting me know on that one, Gavin. I really appreciate that. let's just get this little bit of muck cleaned up. And for those of you that weren't here at the beginning of the live, this is the kind of card that we're going to be making this evening. It's a lovely little one, and it actually has a little stage on the inside. So I'm calling it a stage stepper card, and I think it is really cute and adorable. So far we've already made our card blank and stuck down the mats and layers onto that. And at the moment we're just stamping and die cutting all the bits that are going to go onto the card. And hopefully that is a nice little explanation of what's going on right now. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Do I make a PDF available? I can certainly try and make a PDF available. I'm not so sure how I can make a PDF available, but I'll do what I can to try and make it happen. It's a very good idea, actually. I hadn't really thought of doing PDFs, but we can certainly give it a go. Right. Now, I'm just going to bring back in my stamp wheel. I'm going to put my picked raspberry back away for a moment because I don't want it to get in the way of what we're doing. Stamp wheel's coming in. Let's pop that down on there. And what we're going to do is I'm going to try something I haven't done before. So this could be... Actually, no, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. Right. I'm just going to prime my stamp. I would really like that. It helps to keep the instructions and dimensions to refer back to time after time. Thank you. Oh, that's no problem at all. I'll do everything I can to produce something like that. It's not a problem. I'm more than happy to try. Let's see. Should we go with pink for this one? I shall use pink flamingo. Not pink flamingo. Kitsch flamingo. Delia style crafting demonstration. Oh gosh, no, not anything but Delia. I don't think I'm Delia level good. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Not at all am I Delia level good, but it's very kind of you to say. There we go. So I'm using my Kitsch flamingo there for that one. I'm just going to actually move that to there. And I'm just going to line up the next stamp that we're needing to use. Pick it up. Pick it up. He has more Paul Hollywood. I am nowhere near that either. My God, that man is beautiful. Sorry, I shouldn't really say things like that, should I? Could cause all sorts of commotion saying things like that. And I'm going to come in with Tattered Rose for my second colour on this one. I think I may need to buy some re-inkers shortly. There we go. Oh, that looks pretty cute. There we go, guys, just so that you can see it. I would just let that happen, but I'm going to... There we go. Kitsch flamingo. Oh, Anne says yummy. Pam says I've done my bike ride and had my breakfast. I'm in my recliner where I belong. Oh, well, that's the main thing. And what does Alicia say? Alicia says, so took early lunch to drive to Little Rock. I live about 40 minutes from my home. Michael's have shadow boxes on sale. Buy one, get two free. Regular price $24.99. It was the best sale ever. Oh well, well done you, girl. You went and you got those bargains. You get those. You snatch those bargains. I would love to snatch bargains, especially from places like that. But unfortunately, I live in England where we don't have such things. I'll tell you what though, you guys don't have to get some cracking sales out there and all these coupons and stuff like that. Because I watched that show where the people, like absolute nutters with the coupons. Extreme couponers, is it? Something along those lines. And in like some situations, they actually pay you to take the stuff away. I think it's absolutely insane. Like some of the shops end up paying the customer that's gone in with all of these coupons to take stuff away, and then gives them some money back as well on top of it. It's just like, wow. And it's like, you can't even get a... What's gone on here? That's completely out of whack. How did that happen? I lined that up. Oh, Arkansas was Arkansited. I bet Arkansas was Arkansited. I'm going to just reline that stamp back up. I don't know what's gone on here, guys. Let's just make sure this time when I ink it up, I don't actually let it move. So let's come back in with Tattered Rose. And I'm just going to press down on it lightly. And then hopefully this time it should remain lined up, which it has. Marvellous. Well, it stayed as lined up as it's going to be, I guess. I think I'm going to restamp that one. I shouldn't have let that happen. That was very silly of me. I shouldn't have let it. And off goes the paper into the netherworld. Right, it's okay, I saved it. Right, that one's ready to be die cut. Let's try this one again, guys. I shouldn't have let it be a little bit wonky on the old stamperoo there. That was my fault. Let's just re-jig that back together. And the great thing is it doesn't take too long to restamp either with this stamp wheel. I went to Bath and Body Works. They have mini lotions. And body wash. Wow! You go, Alicia. Oh, I'm going to have to live vicariously through you, aren't I? With all of your, like, super duper savings. I think the only time once where I got anywhere near, like, a level of, like, couponing that you guys do is when I actually worked for Tesco's, which is a big supermarket here. A good few years ago that was, and it was like at Christmas they gave us like a £20 voucher for Christmas, and a whole book of like little discounts. So I think you could save up to £50 in total with these coupons. And because I've been saving my club card points, because points make prizes here, I end like taking all these vouchers off. My shop was like £150, and I just watched the total go doom 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 doom, and I only paid like £10.50 or something silly like that. And I was just like so excited by the fact that I'd paid so little for all of this stuff. I was like, I'm like the Americans now, and that was only ever one shop, unfortunately. But it would have been fun. Let's pop that over to the side. Bring back in our die cut machine. The good old privilege card. Yes, it was the good old privilege card, wasn't it? Such a shame that you don't get that when you stop working for them, because it would have been a privilege to have kept it. Oh, terrible. Oh, thank you so much, Caroline. I really do appreciate you saying that, my lovely. I did kind of sit and think, like, what would be the best colours for the milkshake type of thing, like the milkshake shop. And I thought, oh, well, maybe pastel pink and pastel blue and maybe a bit of pastel green. But I can't really work everything in that I want to use, you know. Sometimes it just doesn't quite pan out that way. My privilege card worked for a year after I left Tesco's. Oh, you jammy sod. You absolute jammy sod. Right, that die cut's a little bit off, isn't it? So, I'm just going to do the same as what I did with the other ones. Stamp down a little bit of my ink. Put down a little splodge of water, and I'm just going to take away that harsh edge of the white. Let's just blend that out. I think that's me getting it not quite on the line there, but it's all right to sort out. I'm just going to pop that over there. Let's pop that out of the way so it's nice and safe. I love McDonald's. Oh, I'll tell you what I love. I love chocolate banana as a milkshake, and that is just literally mixing banana and chocolate milkshake. But I do love a strawberry. Gaz is mini handle pink. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Right, let's pop those back up there for a moment. Right. So, let's pop that back on there. I really am going to try a bit better at getting this one lined up, you know. Hopefully that should be right. If it's not a problem, because I'll just do the same as what I did with the other ones. Was it? No, it wasn't that one that I was meant to be cutting. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, yours is purple. Oh, that's a right belting shame. I'm sorry, Caroline. I'll put my teeth back in, and I'll try saying I actually bought this when they I think it was a part of a bundle deal or something when they first changed over to the lighter pink. And because I think I paid £25 for the dies that came with it, and the machine was free or something. It was some stupid deal they had on. So I just thought, oh, I'll buy it because I want the dies. Let's put some of that tattered rose down. Oh, let's just see what Sylvis got to say in just a second once I've brushed this ink on here. There we go, just taking away that harsh white line because we don't want that. And I should pop that over there. So, Sylv, I was wondering what a tomato stage was and how it's related to a bomb site. Oh, tornado, I need to borrow Aud's reading glasses, but she's lost them. I love this look, but I don't like milkshakes. I can't take the milk. Well, you know what is actually really good as well, Aud's, is oat milk. Chocolate oat milk. Oh my god, it is just, it's chef's kiss. It's absolutely fantastic. If you've not tried it, you really need to. It just tastes like, I don't know how to describe it. It just tastes like, oh, it's just delicious. Absolutely delicious. I love me. Oh, I get so excited by the silliest things, don't I? I don't know how you lot put up with me. What am I like? Right. Let's bring in our stamp for the smaller ice cream. So we're just going to get that all sorted. Strawberry almond milk is good. Now that's the only problem I have, is that I actually have nut allergies. So I can't have almond anything. Or otherwise I'm likely to have an anaphylactic shock. But there has been a few times where I have had, you know, I've had some bodily issues, we'll say, and I'll eat something that's got traces of nuts in it and then I'm fine. I don't have to spend money on buying things. Right, I'm going to bring in my squeezed lemonade because I want the ice cream to be yellow on this one. It's going to look really cute. It's going to look cute. It's going to look super duper cute. There we go. I'm just going to put a little bit more ink on that. I tried almond milk and don't like the taste. Oh well, there we go. See, look, there's different strokes for different folks, as it was once said. Let's clean up that mucky mess before I go stamping again. There we go. Let's just pop that down, pick it up. I love how quickly I can stamp with this thing. It is just so blooming amazing. And I know that my stamp has moved a little bit, but I'm not really that bothered because I am just going to be die cutting it straight out anyway. I like cashew and oat milk. Oh, well, there we go. That sounds like it could be bought in Waitrose. Do you go to Waitrose, Sylv? Just me being rude. I'm so sorry. You sound posh, Sylv. Go, let's pop the lid back on that. Oh, and by the way, guys, I only use this watermark stamping pad for priming my stamps, so you can tell there's actually quite a little bit of muck on it from them. And I have a nice one that I use for everything else. And I've just put that off to the side. I've not even taken the bits I stamped off it. What is going on? What is going on? I am an absolute nightmare this evening. I think I'm having one of those... I don't even know if I can say it's a funny day because it's just escalating very quickly, it would seem. Oh, I love strawberries and bananas, and but I have everything flavoured with them. Ooh. Welcome on in, Crafty Stacey Lou. I hope you're well, my darling. It's lovely to have you here. I hope you're doing well. Right, let's bring back in... What have I done with that cutting thing? There it is. No, I didn't think of that, did I? Right, let's just pop that in that way. And make sure it's actually lined up, shall I? Because even though this tape is good, for some reason, it doesn't like being put through on that machine. Hello, Christine. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. That one just went a little bit skewiffy. So... I don't know if this set is actually still... Oh, I think Gavin said that the set is no longer available through Stampin' Up, didn't you? I swear there must be something wrong with my YouTube or hearing. I can barely hear you. Oh, I wonder what's gone on there then. Give me 1 second. I will see if I can fix it. This seems to be a bit of a new problem, doesn't it? Because I had this the other day. Is that any better? Can we hear me a bit more clearly now? Hopefully. Right. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Rhonda. Not really, I'll just put my headphones on. I'm sorry. Let's pop that off to the side. I don't know what's going on. I know I've had a few problems with my settings, so I didn't know if it may be me. Oh, right, okay. Maybe it's a settings thing, perhaps, or... I'm not sure. I'm not very good at the at the microphone technical side of it all. Let's see if I can do anything. there's not really any settings that I can adjust on the computer, which is a bit weird. I would have thought there might have been some settings that I could have adjusted, but I'm sorry. Hopefully it will get better, and hopefully I won't make an absolute mess of myself. You need tech support. Yes, I do, Simon. I need tech support. Oh my god, I know where this is going to go. I know exactly where this is going. Oh my gosh. Right, okay. I'm just, like I've done before on the rest of them, because the die cut seems to be a bit skew-if. That's probably a me thing. I'm just going to lighten the white, because we don't need the white showing up. Oh gosh, Rhonda, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'm alright. I just had a couple of sleepless nights. Have a lavender bath. Oh, that sounds lovely, actually. I could do with that. I could do with a bath and some wine. Right, so we have all of our little bits die cut, all sorted. All of our little bits die cut out and ready to be stuck on. So, I might just use my glue press. It's so cool. And I'm barely having to even touch the glue press to get that to go. That's the best part about it. I love it so much. It's so cool. There we are. And I'm going to do the same on here. I think it's only Rhonda that's having a problem with hearing me at the moment, and I don't know if that's a me problem or maybe there might be something going on Rhonda's side. I'm not sure. But I'm just going to carefully glue these bits together. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I've got this really cool resolution now on the camera, so you can actually see near enough everything that I'm doing, which is absolutely fabulous. And all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of a line of glue. Actually, no, I don't want that to be on the front. I want that to be on the back. That's my mistake. There we go. And then it gives it that really cool look of it's kind of flowing out of the glass. I really like that. This is such a cute why was I going to say website? This is quite a cute stamp and die set. I really like it. It's really, really cool. So we've got those so far. There we go. And I'm thinking, because I'm not going to put the straws in them, I'm just going to die cut some cherries to stick on where those little pouches are die cut. But it does come with a little pouch die cut into it, so if you can see just there, and that little pouch, you can stamp and die cut the straw, which is just there. I'm just going to actually take the opportunity to pop those away whilst I'm here. There we go. And oh, what did I do with that die cutting machine? I've got my. There we go. Ah, I'll get there in the end, guys. I think I am just having one of those days. I do have a big. I know it's probably not really the best thing or place to say, but I do have a big meeting at work tomorrow, and I'm a little bit nervous. So I think maybe I'm just having a few moments out of, you know, thought of that at the moment. So hopefully you guys can keep up with me, and I'm not going a bit too crazy. There we go, put that in there. I'm listening on my iPad with the volume cranked up, so it could definitely be device related. Okay. It would be fine. Thank you. It was your picture we had problems with the last time, Gaz. The sound is just slightly low, but I've turned it up higher and it's fine. Right, okay, I'll certainly have a look into my settings for Friday's live. Not a problem. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kirsty, welcome on in, my lovely. I hope you're doing well today. How are you doing? Please try it on that in case it's an operating system problem. Yeah. I'll certainly have a look at if there's any issues going on. Oh wait, I'll hook you up to my Bose. Oh my god! Now, I don't know if anyone else knows what Bose is, but if you don't, I'll be pretty shocked. I'm not sure I want to be hooked up to the Bose. I think you and everybody in your street will hear me then, Rhonda. There we go. That looks quite cute with that. How posh, Rhonda. Yeah, that's very true, Gav. How posh, Rhonda, indeed. That looks really quite cute poking out of there, doesn't it? That's so sweet. I like it. It's cute. I'm on the sound bar at Simon's. Ooh. My gosh, I'm in surround sounds. How could it be? Right, okay. So, now I'm going to start building up the card. So we have our card blank just here. And I'm going to bring in the milkshakes first, because we know what milkshakes do. Or at least what they do allegedly, anyway. I've not had it happen to me yet, so maybe one day. There we go. Lay all that. Woohoo! We have ignition. You are now amazing on my Bose. Bringing all the boys to the yard. That is apparently what milkshakes do. I've not experienced that. So, who knows if they actually do or not. Alright, and to make those stand up, all I'm going to use is some of my construction weight acetate. And I'm just going to pop that to the side because we need the room. And I'm just going to cut this to 1/4 of an inch strip. That's all we need is 1/4 of an inch strip. And I'm going to cut that at 1 inch increments. And we only need 2 of those. You've got the wrong milkshakes. I'm not. I can't. I've got to be a good boy. I've got to be a good boy. See now, look, I'm struggling to cut my acetate because I'm listening to all this naughtiness. So naughty. Right. Oh. Stephanie, welcome on in, my lovely. How are you doing? I had to go to my mobile to chat from here in Italy. Ooh. I hope you're having a good time in Italy. I am a good boy. It has been known to happen. Or at least I think I'm a good boy anyway. I try to be. He needs a bit of glitter on his milkshakes. Oh, what a great idea. I hadn't thought of that. You know what? We're going to do that. We are going to do that indeed. Even though I've already stuck them down, I'm still going to make it happen. popping candy. Yes, popping candy indeed. Right. How am I going to make this work, he says, because I don't have a flipping clue. Because I've already put that stuff down. Loose glitter is from the devil. Yes, it is. It very much so is. Which is why I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper on my desk before we let the glitter out. I would be dangerous if I had a brain. Right. Let's grab some glitter. And I'm going to use some of this lovely pink sun-kissed blossom. I'm thinking that will look quite nice. And all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue on the cherry. A little bit of glue on the cherry. We're going to follow the glue around. Just a little bit around the edge because we don't want to put too much on. Oh. I'm not even pressing this and the glue's just coming out. It's blooming fabulous. I'm barely even pressing it and the glue's flowing out. There we go. Glitter on my milkshake so you'd go all the way and add some tassels. Oh, maybe the other side, Gareth. Just take that off. It does help if you take the seal off for the glitter to come out. He has upset and insulted a few more than... Okay. I'm just going to... Sorry, I've just kind of gone into a glitter coma. Hello, Jim. Welcome on in, my friend. How are you doing, sir? I'm hoping you are well. Oh, grief. There we are. Let's put that seal back on there. And there we go. We've got some sparkly milkshakes, guys. How cute. How cute are they? I really like them. They're so cute and adorable. So I'm going to put that away. And I'm going to get out my Sea Spray iridescent glitter. Good news, bad news. Approved to return to work on Monday. So, oh, what? You won't be coming back ever? I hope you do get to come back. Thank you, Anne. It does make them pop. Hi, Suzette. Welcome on in, my lovely. How are you doing? Listening whilst doing dinner. Well, I'm so glad you're here. I'll catch the replays. Oh, bless you, mate. Well, I hope that, you know, work doesn't get in the way too much and then at some point you get to join us again. I'd be really glad to see you again. Right, I'm just going to bring in one of my brushes so that I can swipe off this extra glitter because a little bit too much got stuck on. A little bit too much got stuck on there and then I just flop it over. Oh wow, how is that so stiff? Oh god, I've said something silly, haven't I? There we go. Let's try and break those up a bit. That paintbrush was really, really stiff. So I'm not sure if I actually managed to get any of it off or not, but oh god, here we go. I'm just saying it all tonight, aren't I, guys? I'm digging myself into a hole. I'm digging myself right into the hole. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise, what am I doing to myself, people? What am I doing? Right, so on the back of the, because those little standy uppy bits that I made with my my acetate have glued and stuck. All I'm going to do is get a little bit of yeah, JCB's on its way. A little bit of red liner tape to pop on the bottom, and these will help it stick and stand. And you'll all be very pleased to hear that the card is almost completed. So. Oh dearie me. There we go. I hope I'm not heading off too much into any comas for anybody. Ta-da! Right, so let's just pop that to the side because I don't want that getting covered in glitter. I don't want me getting covered in glitter. Where is Mr. Pokey Tool? I'm not sure what I've done with Mr. Pokey Tool. So this could be a fun 5 minutes whilst we try to locate Mr. Pokey Tool. Does anyone else have that problem where they use their Pokey Tool and then just completely forget where they put it? Or is that just me? I've misplaced a die cutting machine and a Pokey Tool so far this evening. Alright, okay, I'm just going to have to have at it with my... and try and get the backing off this tape by finger. Because I can't find my Pokey Tool. I have about 5 Pokey Tools and can never find them. That sounds about right. There we go. I'm just going to try and line that up and stick that down. But it's okay at the moment because apparently my fingernails are long enough to remove the plastic backing off. So there we go. Let's just place those there and push those to stand up. And slide that into the back just there. This is what I love about this card, is that it's just all kind of done there for you. There we go. I'm just going to slot that back in because I just wanted to move the ice cream there. So this is what we've got so far. Now all we need is to do our little sentiment on it. Now this is something that I figured out earlier on, so I'm just going to measure it so you guys can have the dimensions for it. I'm cutting my own sentiment bar to put on this because there's not a die cut for that. So it's going to be at 2 3/4 by 3/4. 2 3/4 by 3/4. Just don't move. And that's our little stamping piece. Put that on, and you know what? I think I'm going to I'm just going to fishtail it on both sides. So I just snip up the middle just there, and I'm just going to then cut so it meets in the middle. So a little snip roughly at the middle, and then cut. And then cut. And I'll just take that piece of card that I shot off to my that shot off and hit me in the arm and impaled itself there. Don't mind me whilst I just casually bleed. No, I'm just joking. It's not that bad. And all I'm going to do is put that down on my stamp wheel. go. We've got that. I'm just going to come in with my black ink on this one. I'm using my VersaFine Clair, which is pigment ink. It's really nice. One of my favourite ink pads, actually. I do love the VersaFine range. And then we have that lovely little sentiment just there, which says life is sweeter with you. Just going to encourage that to dry a little bit. Whilst I grab down some foam pads. I've got a massive bag of foam pads. There we are. I'm just going to alternate them so that it sits even, or at least kind of sits evenly. And don't forget, guys, that actually one of these cards might be up for grabs, because I did say that at the end of the month I will be raffling, I'll be giving away that big box of goodies that we saw on the live the other day. And because that's only going to be available to the UK viewers, I will be giving away a few cards to our American friends, because I can afford the postage on a few cards. So you may end up with one of these cards, and that's it. It's a really cute, nice little card. And I do like, so this is the one that we've made during the live, and this is the one I made as a sample beforehand. Bye, Alicia. Thank you for being here, my lovely. I really do appreciate it. And those are the two cards that we've made this evening. I think they look really, really cute. So what I will say is that is where we're going to leave it for this evening. Oh, actually, just before I go, I'll run through those goodies that you can win. So this is the giveaway for the UK viewers. In here, you've got some glue pens. We've got 2 distress inks from Tim Holtz. We've got some DL craft envelopes and paper and cards. We've got an Easter and a Christmas card making set. We've got a couple of Sheena stamps. We've got all these lovely little Tonic bits. So we've got some stamps and dies there from Tonic. We've got a nice little stitching die from Spellbinders. We've got a big pack of funky foam and a Tonic magazine. And to be in for a chance to win that, all you have to do is watch the lives, and I will select a winner at the end of the month. I will also be giving away 3 cards to our American friends, just so that obviously they get something as well, because I'd feel terrible if I couldn't do that for them. And also, I will take the opportunity to say thank you so very much for being here. I absolutely love you all, every single last one of you. If you could hit the like button for me, and if you're not subscribed, if you could subscribe, I would be very, very grateful. It all helps feed the algorithm, and I do like that that algorithm being fed. Gaz, I need that win. I need the 6th Tonic back. I'm sure you do, Hannah. I'm sure you do. Oh, bless. I didn't realise that so many people had them. I knew a few people did. But I will also say, again, thank you for everyone being here. If you do have any crafty questions you don't feel like you can ask whilst I'm live, do not hesitate to give me a message on Handcrafted by Gaz. Ask me at handcraftedbygaz.co.uk. And then if you want to join the Facebook group, just go to handcraftedbygaz.co.uk. That will direct you straight to the Facebook group whilst my website is being built. And again, thank you all for being here. If you are looking to support the stream in any way, there's a few links down in the description box where you can help do that. And I will say, again, a massive thank you. Have a wonderful morning, evening, day, wherever you are in the world. I love you super lots. And I will see you all on Friday for the next one. Bye!